Guys, if you're a fan of the SLY Guy podcast and you just don't think one episode a week is enough, you can get more. It's not a case of you just have to wait till next week. I can provide you more right now if you go to patreon.com/SLY Guy podcast. Or if you're too lazy to actually type it into the whatever the browser. Is that right? Who knows? I didn't do IT. What am I? A dork? You can just follow the description. The link in the description of this video. It's right there. You just go underneath. It's in the video. It's in the audio. Wherever you get the podcast, you can get a link to the Patreon where you can get the extra SLY Guy podcast. You get to ask questions for the Q&A podcast. It comes out every Friday. You get early access to tickets, vlogs, and loads more. All at patreon.com/SLY Guy podcast. So don't be a dork. Don't be a fucking loser. And head there right now. Subscribe for as little as £2 a month. And you get all this bonus content. And you get to get involved with me as well, which sounds like a threat or something, but it's not. It's fine. It's okay. It's all right. I got something. It's Patreon. Shut up. Guys, if you want to deck yourself out in the most decadent, delicious, delightful, debonair podcast attire that you can imagine, you need to head to visualanticsapparel.com and you need to search for SLY Guy. And you get all the range of SLY Guy podcast merch designed by Visual Antics, presented by Visual Antics, and proudly sponsoring the podcast. You guessed it, it's Visual Antics. You can follow the link, it's in the description, to go straight into my podcast store, and you can just scoop up all the merch you want, from hats to hoodies to t-shirts. You can look sly but sleek, sexy and sophisticated with the SLY Guy podcast exclusive merch, only available at visualanticsapparel.com. And to be fair, do you want more? Do you want more, Daddy? Daddy? That's really creepy. But I'm going to give you more. I'm going to give you 10% off by using the discount code SLYGUY10 at checkout. That's SLYGUY10 at checkout. For all your SLY Guy merch, go and get it now. Look sexy, debonair, sophisticated, delicious, and sexy. And sly. Oh, I've had a really tough week. I have been very stressed, whether it be my children, whether it be my work, whether it be my relationship. What's the best way to end your week? I don't know. Drink beer. Modest beer. Do you like beer? Well, you'll like Modest. Modest Beer. www.modestbeer.co.uk to see a wide selection of their beers and their merch. You can go there now and purchase it. If you don't want to type it into the search engine, you can, of course, find the link via the description of this podcast. Would you like 10% off Modest Beer? No. Would you like 15% off Modest Beer? Yes. You can do so by using the discount code SLYPA15 at checkout. That's SLYPA15 at checkout. This Modest Beer is yummy. Das schmeckt mir gut. Modest Beer ist sehr gut.
I'm the SLY Guy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the SLY Guy podcast. I hope everybody's feeling I hope you're in a good mood when you listen to this. I don't want you to turn on your wee headphones and be angry. I don't want you to stick us in the TV and be like, whoa. Hope you're happy. I hope that this finds you well. Much like any email that anybody in any sort of administrational post would send. Insincerely wishing you well. I do wish you well. I hope you're good. I hope you're feeling good. I for one, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling chipper. I did my first work in progress show of what my new hour is going to look like, and it should have been an absolute bloody shambles, but it was good. Thank you to the good people of Bangor for turning up to the courthouse to fill it out and watch me kind of riff for 50 minutes about silliness. It was a great time. I really enjoyed it, and now I'm buoyed about, I'm not a surname because I'm Elliot, I'll always be Elliot, but I am buoyed, not B-O-I-D, like surname, like B-U-Y-E-D, like seaside term. I'm from Bangor, give me a break. But I'm feeling good about it. Basically, I'm like, I have the guts of an hour show and of another year to figure out the remaining 10 minutes. So that gives me confidence. And thanks to everyone who came to that and laughed, and it was a massive relief to get it done, get it out. So thank you very much for that. And again, thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. It helps massively. We're doing well right now, and it's all down to you guys. We're a team. You're helping lift the podcast. We're rising up the charts. We're bringing more people in. Patreon's on the up as well. People are really enjoying what we're putting out over there as well. So if you haven't already yet signed up to Patreon, What are you waiting for? Get over £2. You get loads of extra content, guest Q&A episodes, vlogs, bits and bobs, the extra Sly Guy podcast, Dog Walks with Davey. There's plenty over there. If you haven't already signed up, I would love to have you, because the more patrons we have, the more we can do. The more subscribers we have, the more we can do. The more people making sure that they get the podcast every week, spreading the word, listening to it, the better it helps. So if you even want to do the old school and hit a screenshot of you listening, pop it up in your socials, tag me, we'll share it out and we'll get the Sly Guy podcast going where we want it to go. It's on the trajectory and I appreciate it, guys. And to say thanks, I've got a great guest this week. One of my favourite guests to actually have in the studio. Somebody who brings out the best in me. It's my friend and yours, JR, Jordan Robinson. JR doesn't stand for Jim Ross, because that's what a lot of people get it wrong by thinking when he calls him, when his social media handles were like JR Quench. I don't know whether it means... I ask him what it means, because he's not Jim Ross, and I don't know, and he's thirsty. Who knows? We find out during the episode, but it's great to have Jordan. He's been living down in Dublin, gigging away. I don't know whether I feel like that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think for him, obviously, he enjoys doing that, but I feel like he's a bit of a turncoat. We talk about that too, along with other things, just general life, being silly, having fun, on what was another fun and dopey episode of the Sly Guy podcast with me and my guest, Jordan Robinson. Guys, thank you again. Enjoy this episode. You guys are great, and Jordan Robinson's great. Follow him wherever you can. Check him out and tell him to come back home. Bring him home. Les Mis. Bring him home. Bring him home. Jordan Robinson. Jordan Robinson, welcome back to the Sly Guy podcast. New surroundings for you. I thought you'd already been on to the new room.
No, this is the first time I've been back, I think, this year.
Well, it's not through any reason other than just tough.
Well,
it's not like, well, I've been actually trying to keep you off. But no, you are, first, there's a couple of things, there's a couple of bits of beef I want to get out first.
Mm-hmm.
JR Quench.
Yeah.
I was going to say you're Jordan Robinson, a.k.a., but you're not a.k.a. that. What's that about?
No,
Jim Ross is thirsty. The thirsty Jim Ross. Jim Ross is actually a bit thirsty for bitches, isn't he?
That's the old WWE commentator, right?
Yeah, because
the cowboy hat.
Yeah, his wife died and he's just liking
He
loads
had a stroke at like a really fucking young age,
but he always looked old, though,
yeah,
didn't he?
but is that the reason that he talked like that?
No, I don't even know if he had a stroke. He definitely had Bell's palsy. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Am I getting the two confused?
Yeah, because my dad had Bell's palsy actually, and he thought he was having a stroke. It hit him on an airplane, and like I was on
worst possible time.
His whole face went. Ugh. I mean, he did make that noise. That's so disrespectful of me. But his whole face went down on one side, and he was like, "Am I having a stroke?" And I was like, "Fuck, I know. I'm not a doctor."
Hell, that's
but I'll tell you what, you don't look good.
Where was the flight to?
It was only a short one. It's like somewhere from, I think it was just London.
Okay, that's not too bad.
But it was like, I might look bad. And I was like, I don't know what it is, but definitely hold that side of your face up until we land. Like, you look like fucking like half a Shar-Pei dog. Stop it. You know, it's embarrassing me if nothing else. But yeah, it was just Bell's palsy, and everyone thought JR had a stroke, which he probably has since. But it was his.
He seems like he would have the lifestyle that would lead to a stroke.
He likes a lot of barbecue.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like, barbecue and puss combined, it's a dangerous mix.
I was about to say the Holy Trinity. Add one more thing in there so I can say, yeah, there you go, Holy Trinity.
Barbecue and puss. Because, like, no, I don't know if you've heard this, but you know Michael Douglas?
Yeah.
He got throat cancer from puss.
Yeah, Catherine Zeta-Jones's puss.
Yeah, what do you mean? Of all, like, if ever you think there's going to be, like, levels.
Yeah, it's
like,
A1.
She is God tier, like, isn't she?
Speaking of WWE wrestlers, you're kind of dressed up like Kane today. Has anyone said that? Am I the first person you're talking to today?
This is a new choice of outfit for me, okay? I like to wear, like, nice cotton shorts.
Yeah, they are nice.
And I like coloured ones. But then I thought, what matches? And then I was wearing a black t-shirt. I threw this on, and
the colour scheme's there. I mean, it's nice.
Man, even the fucking background looks like flames. Shut up, right? I can't deny I look like Kane here. This is and the bald head.
You're 5 minutes away from running for like governor of Tennessee or whatever he was.
And you know, if I'm Kane, you look like the underwear taker. I mean, that's
what's his gimmick?
I mean, he sniffs, he just strokes nicks, and he's the brothers of destruction, Kane and the underwear taker. Anyway,
there we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
We're there. I actually probably do look hideously burnt as well because it's hot in here. But
it's toasty. Like, Yeah, it's
I'm so sorry. Anyway, the Lord of Arsonist. No, sorry, it's too much.
yeah, this is my first time this year back on the podcast.
Because you're a bastard, aren't
Yeah,
you? Like
I'm notoriously not in the country anymore.
Yeah,
so,
no.
Well, it depends who you talk to.
You sound very much like, do you remember back during the Troubles?
No.
Buckle in, because I was. Have you ever noticed how like a lot of people from here will just like naturally default go back to talking about the times and the Troubles, and it's like, no.
A lot of people my generation do that, and I'm like, we never experienced it to the level of our like parents' generation or stuff like that.
No, but like people be like, I remember back in my day, and it's like, shut up.
There's a guy I still talk to from my school that says he has PTSD because one day we had to be evacuated for a bomb scare that was apparently called in. That was like 2 fucking like locations away from where we were in school, but we all had to go to like the primary school and wait there for like 5 hours.
Not the underwear taker in a primary school. That's terrible. But no, like I think people take the piss out of that, and they're like, fuck, there's stuff to be gained here.
Yeah,
I've got PTSD.
Yeah,
exactly. Like everybody has something nowadays, like PTSD. This, but during the Troubles, a lot of dudes would have maybe got into a bit of bother, and they'd have been like, right, it's time you go to Dundalk. Get yourself down. Get yourself to Mars. Get yourself over the border.
Yeah, go to El Paso.
It seems like you kind of were just flat out up here, and then next thing you know, a wee knock at the door in the night, and now you live down south in an undisclosed location. How'd that come about, you turncoat?
I always gigged anywhere. Went
gig whore.
I really am. I was gigging down in County Wicklow in Bray or Hardy Horror Comedy Club, and matched with a girl on a dating app.
Name it. Free promo. What was the app, Jordan?
It was an app called Field.
Field?
Yeah, FELD or something like that.
Wow, I was going to assume it was one of the two
classics,
apps. One of the ones that either
there's the 3. There's Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge. They're like the main 3 ones. I'd say.
Like, I was going to try and be subtle and be like the ones that, does it rhyme with Judge Rinder, or depend how you say it, Judge Rinder.
Oh, that would have been excellent. I fucking trampled all over that.
Yeah.
I can only apologise. That was
Listen, sometimes
excellent podcasting.
Thank you. Sometimes my mind works in mysterious ways, and sometimes it does not work. So you met on Field?
Yeah.
Like, is that FIELD or is it FEELED?
I think FELD
like
or
Field?
something.
Yeah, I feel you, baby. Is it like some sort of like pimp? It's like, yeah, I feel you, girl. So you're in a field, like. So how does this work? Talk to me.
I was doing a comedy club that is located in a field in Wicklow. Matched with this girl, and now almost year and a half later, we've been going out for that whole time. So.
How does Field work different? Like, so my only experience.
It's just like a normal
Tinder.
dating app.
Yeah,
it's just a different one.
Do you have to say "I feel you, girl"?
No, it's not. It's not in the terms and conditions. They should look into that though.
They should.
But so staying outside Wicklow, getting a lot more
in a
Dublin.
Cottage, just drinking coffee, looking out at the waves.
Like it's like right in the mountains, and it's the most beautiful sight.
Yeah, listen. I hope nobody in South Armagh or Newry listens to this particular podcast. So it's peaceful and nice.
Oh man, it's very, very nice.
And how far are you from so what would your home comedy club be then if you're down there at the minute?
It's probably the nearest one would be the one in Bray, but then I just kind of exclusively gig in Dublin. I haven't really gigged outside Dublin when I'm down south too much.
See, I see a lot in Dublin, and it's somewhere I want to get to. So
Dublin's fun.
I want to get down more. I want to do more. And I want to be around more, and I want to be. Because the last time I went to Dublin, I had a bit of a shit experience in that the promoter, not to be named because they promote lots of people, and I have a good relationship with them, but they booked the show, but there was a breakdown in communication between them and the venue in that they hadn't told the venue I was doing a solo show there. So when I turned up to do a solo show, they were like, no.
Oh.
And there's no posters, no nothing on their internet, or on their internet. Why am I 70? Their website, nothing. And I also nearly got crushed by a tram in my car. So it wasn't a very successful. Now, the good news about it was Aaron Butler was supposed to do support with me, so he came down. We had a couple of hot chocolates, which was a fun time in Dublin. The fair city. You know, we rubbed Molly Malone's chest and we headed back up. You know, the statue, you know, is a bronze knot, which is so pervy, by the way, because it's like there are marks on a bronze statue where people are touching her ditties.
Yeah. The only clean part of the statue is her ditties. Like.
Yeah, which, by the way, cracking set on her, Molly Malone, you know.
Yeah, I tip my hat to that sculptor.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, no.
Why was it so cold whenever he made it? Why is her nips sticking out like bullets? And you know about bullets because you get plenty of them in the post in your cottage. Woo!
There we go. He's on fire today.
Another Kane reference. Fuck you.
But yeah, no, I like Dublin. We got the car broken into though. It's a bit of
That's right.
It's a bit of a shithole.
And you get like the
everything
laptop
stolen.
and all, and
everything
nothing on
stolen.
it back.
Everything stolen. Vicky got everything stolen, which sucks.
Yeah,
it really sucks.
Especially after you stole her heart as well.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
just
Right.
so fucking. It's too much.
And like the weirdest thing was, so she does roller derby. And she had like
I thought that was the end of that.
no,
Like,
that
and the
was
weirdest
just a
thing is she
statement.
does roller derby.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? She had all her stuff there as well, which, unless you play roller derby, has no monetary value whatsoever.
Yeah.
They all just took it, her camera, all my stuff. It was just,
She's keen on photography too. Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
like
yeah.
the I was gonna say the photographs that she used for work, the camera that she used for work, got stolen, and like it took months to get a new one sorted through insurance. It was the fucking worst. Like, and we only left the car like 20 minutes because I was doing the crackdown and we were parked like right on the Liffey.
That, by the way, is a comedy club. Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Because go say if it
They
wasn't,
cracked it.
you kind of deserve it. You know, it's if you're parking outside a crackdown, yeah, your fault.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
But no, we found out later on that the place that we parked, there's a church that's also a needle exchange.
Nice.
So, in hindsight, like, Vicky didn't really know anything about like the area and stuff like that, and I had no fucking clue. So,
but you will not park there again.
No.
But like apparently, like that's the thing. You do see like we have a cheek up here. I think like as a country, I think we have a cheek to judge other people from areas being rough, given that we've been a wee bit tasty in the past ourselves. But like nowadays, like there's the feeling like parts of Dublin are pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
Is that
yeah.
like would it be scary down there now?
Yeah, I mean like it's not just like the outskirts and stuff like that. It's like Dublin city centre. Like when I first started doing comedy, I would get like the bus up and the bus down the same night, and you're getting like the air coach at 1:30 in O'Connell Street back to Belfast. And now I really wouldn't like feel too excited about having to do that. Like,
and you're a guy like as well,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I imagine
exactly.
like if you're like a single woman or something, it must be pretty terrifying.
Yeah, and it's just genuinely like it's just like dickheads fighting and stuff like that, and you're scared. Like there was one time this was when me and Vicky first started dating, and I went down. She was picking me up
I
later.
go ahead, first date, work away. Sorry.
No, not first date, but like around about that time, I got the I got the air coach down. It was gigging, and she was picking me up later, and I was walking past the GPO. And they were handing out
some handling there. In the past,
yeah,
sure.
yeah. It's funny that this story is the thing that sticks out in my head about the GPO, nothing else. There was somebody handing out soup to like homeless people and stuff like that, and he was it was a queue, and he was arguing about something. I didn't really catch the gist, but he fucks the wee cup of soup against the wall.
The server or the guy?
The guy that took it.
Okay.
Fucks against the wall, splashes everywhere, and I get covered in fucking soup. And I was like, this would never happen in Belfast because we don't have a post office in the
and we
city
also
centre.
don't give homeless people shit. You know, we give them hypothermia, guys. Just enjoy it.
So yeah, that's Dublin. That's Dublin.
It stresses me out when shit like that happens. I hate any kind of interaction outside of like my little bubble. You know, so if I'm like walking, like I just hate it. And you know when you know there's going to be trouble and you have to like be in the vicinity, and you're like, I don't want this.
Yeah,
and
I gigged.
Stress me out.
I gigged the night of the riots in Dublin. like the big ones.
Why'd you do that?
Because I had no, like, on the way down, I just saw all these things on Twitter just about, like, what was happening and
That's
burning
right.
cars out and shit like that.
That's right, I was texting you to ask
Yeah.
if you're alright. Yeah, because I was fucking
It
panicking.
scared the shit out of me.
I was like, are you alright, mate? And he goes, well, I'm doing a gig. And I said, well, of course you are. You're Jordan Robinson, but what the fuck, are you home safe? And then I just was like in dad mode. I was
Yeah.
like, can you text me when you get home, please? Please let me know you're home safe and you're on the road. But yeah, it's wild. Like, riots in
scary.
general are just mental.
And Rachel McPeak, friend of the podcast, was also...
Speak for yourself. The freak McPeak, yeah.
was doing a gig.
Sorry, the cross-border rat, Rachel McPeak. You may know her as that.
Do I get called that?
No, because
Okay.
you're not the cross-border rat. There's only room for one. You're a friend of the show. You've got Flexi. You're allowed in and out. But the cross-border rat, she's different. No, we love you, Rachel. Don't worry. You're still a rat, but
We had to give her a lift home because she lived on the north side of the Liffey where all the
like
problems
on the
were.
north side of Liffey. I thought
Yeah.
she lived just in the Liffey. 'Cause that's where rats
Little
usually
troll.
reside. You know. It's so disrespectful. I do really like you, Rachel. Don't worry. You know, just, in case someone's like, yes, he call literally she is rat Rachel, but well,
Like we had to leave her back just because, and that was like driving through all the trouble. It wasn't that bad in the end, but like we were freaking out about it. Like,
do you
a little bit
think
scary?
Conor McGregor has to answer a few questions to the attitude of people?
I
in
think he
Dublin
has to
now?
go straight to the Hague.
Yeah,
Yeah, answer for war crimes.
because I think a lot of people think they are him now.
Oh, yeah,
They have his attitude and
Yeah.
fucking this and that. Yeah, fucking doing it. And
But like
and shut up.
the majority of the people I know from Dublin, they're not like Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor's like them.
Right,
You-
okay.
You know, I don't think it's like an act.
wow.
It's just
the way they are.
yeah.
Because like I must admit, I enjoy the whole like I love true crime.
Oh.
As I can see, you
Oh.
are a fan of the last
Sir.
last podcast on
Sir.
the left.
Yes.
You know, I've actually got into listening to it recently.
Oh, really?
Since, you know, I actually started. Shout out to my girls, Suradine and Hannah at Red Handed. I listened to that a lot, and then through that, true crime and
Yeah.
ended up in this
Slippery slope.
with the lads. Fun time. Enjoyed the Shield de Ray 4-way.
Mm.
They did like 4 episodes in Shield
Yeah.
de Ray. A lot of fun.
I love the runs they do. It's very good.
Gilles de Rais is what I would call an OGB.
It's an excellent name as well.
Yeah. Oh.
Go-to French name.
Yeah, it's Gilles de Rais. Yeah, he is an original.
Sounds like a
good
left back
baddie.
for Arsenal as well.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, so Gilles Gramonde we had as well at one point. Yeah, but Gilles de Rais, he was a lot of fun, and that's a lot of fun. I like true crime, and I was into like the Dublin crime scene. Like there's big gangs out there now, and it's fucking terrifying down there.
Yeah.
like all the like the hitmen sneaking up here, whacking people, LR&C. It's mad. And then I started watching Love Hate, which was great. And then I started watching Kin, which is good. Not as great as Love Hate, but it's good. And Aidan Gillen, shout out. Why do I keep doing it? Why am I a 15-year-old girl taking a selfie? Yeah, Aidan Gillen, what a guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, love, and I see all that. So now I'm just like, I associate everyone. There's like, down there's just going to be dodgy characters.
Yeah.
Flat out. There's midges everywhere.
Beg your pardon?
Yeah, yeah, Nidges. The guy's called Nigels.
Okay.
There are Nigels everywhere. Yeah.
Fucking hell. But yeah, so to surmise, Dublin. Yeah, take it
Yeah.
or leave it. But down south itself is nice.
And what is your sort of vibe at the minute? Where do you think the next move is? Are you going to like set down any roots anywhere? What are you doing? Are you just
Well,
gonna
not
be
at the
nomadic?
minute. I'm moving back up north in September because I'm going back to college.
Nice.
I know, probably could have done it down south, but
Yeah, but you're too afraid of people
Yeah,
down there,
yeah,
which is
exactly,
fair.
exactly.
And what are you going to be studying?
tour guiding. I think
Nice.
for someone like me, that's like right up my street.
Nice.
So I don't know what I want to do, whether I want to stay in Belfast or
Well, I mean, it's going to say
go
you're going to be
somewhere
a
else.
tour guide, like.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because that's kind of what you should do once you do a degree and course in tour guiding. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's it's a kind of singular career path after that.
Yeah,
There's
say, what do you want? I'm going to be a chef. Oh, well, that's
there's no transferable skills
Yeah,
from tour guiding to.
and where would you like to do? Like, where do you have the most interest in?
Oh, like Belfast, obviously, just because growing up here and like in the history,
Yeah.
to a certain extent. But I mean, like Dublin's cool as well. Dublin has a great amount of history, and it's not just. I think the problem with Northern Ireland is a lot of all the history or all the media around the history is all based on the Troubles.
Yeah.
That gets a little bit old, you know.
Yeah, the troubles is like.
It's a bad thing. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, I mean that's it. The troubles are called the troubles
Yeah, for a reason. Yeah.
for a reason. Like it wasn't like it's a wild handling and that. Like it was definitely not sweet. But I could like sometimes the only thing is I think the troubles obviously has distorted the kind of the history and true crime element of stuff, you know, because obviously like with people looking at political status and this and that, it sort of takes away from some like real heinous behaviour because you're associated or connected to a
With the
paramilitary group.
yeah.
You know, like some of the people in any other scenario would be considered serial killers, mass murderers, you know, but because part of trouble is like they're just a character.
It's almost swept under the rug of the blanket term of, you know, like sectarian violence and stuff like that. When in a lot of cases that was the case, but in certain cases it was like just people looking for an excuse to kill someone.
Yeah, but some of them, like again, I think probably if you're to take everything out of it, if you were to study, say, the Shankill butchers in a different scenario, like they'd be classed as serial killers.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of great podcasts, you know, about it as well.
Oh, it's wild. Like that whole scenario, and like I'm always very fascinated about like the dirtiness of the war here and the troubles and like collusion on both sides. You know, the thought of even like I can't hold my fucking water at all. So imagine being an informant. And like how fucking nervous you'd be at all times. How you like.
I could never do it. Look, I have too many tells. Like I'm really bad at poker.
Yeah.
So like if I was getting interrogated, I'd be like,
Are you informant? Yes. Yeah, sorry, I did.
I just wink after every lie I tell.
Like I did this thing when I was growing up. My mum and dad would always tell me that my forehead was going red if I was lying.
Class.
And then I thought I'd figured it out as a kid. I was like, I know how to get around this. So if I was going up to tell my mum and dad a lie, I'd be like, so this guy, I swear I am not working for the special branch. Honest to God. I'd be, you're not lying, are you? No. Your head's red. It's because I'm wearing full red trousers on top here. But yeah, I was an awful liar, and I just get really anxious about I'm a real anxious guy. I know it doesn't always come off as that, but like I stress about a lot of stuff, and in that scenario I would sweat. When I get anxious, I sweat. Like, see, last night I did a work in progress show, which was mental. Do you ever book a show? Like I'd just finished the tour there and did all the runs. The show's like perfect as it's going to be, and then I was like a couple of weeks later I'm doing a fucking whole new work in progress, but I booked it like an idiot, and I was like, oh shit, I have to figure out an hour here. And last night I sweated like a madman. Like I was like prime Lee Evans in terms of sweat. I was just drenched right through all my clothes. But thankfully I managed to get a decent set out.
Yeah, whereabouts was it?
In the courthouse in Bangor. So it was lovely.
Lovely
and the audience were they were so great, you know, because I literally was going up with, I think in my head, 10 minutes that I was like that I knew of. And the rest is just, this is the first time it's being said.
Nice. I like that.
And it was fun.
Like that.
Like that's my favourite part of stand-up, is figuring it out. And you know when you know a premise is decent in your head.
Yeah.
But then maybe isn't. So that was fun. So that was a lot of fun to get that out and get done and be back here. Now I don't know what I was saying before I went off on that tangent. I was talking about the troubles of doing this. Yeah. So when I was up there, I sweated. So if I was nervous at all, because normally if you go up, you know all your material, it's grand, you breeze through it. If you don't, sweat zone. So if I was sitting in a room being like, don't panic, Dave, I'd be like, I'm not panicking. I would just be, you know, like, because there's no hair anymore, so just all the sweat running in my eyes. No, it would stress me out so much. Like, do you like Troubles movies?
Oh yeah, like 50 Dead Men Walking, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
movies of that ilk.
I think that it's probably the worst done genre of all genres ever.
There's very little work that goes into it, it seems.
Yeah, but some of them are really good. Like there was one, 71. You seen it?
Oh yeah, that was great.
It was
it's on Netflix
film.
at the minute.
Yeah, it's really good. But Mark McCann's in that. Blue Lights Cast Me and stop. And it was cracking. And then there were some that like I just didn't like at all. I thought 50 Dead Men Walking was a decent watch.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it,
yeah.
but I thought it got a bit abstract in parts. But I enjoyed, like, there was no need for the riding on top of the Europa scene.
It changed the Europa for me forever.
No need for that. Like, a mate of mine got married in Europa, and and we all went up as lads, as a group of like our schoolmates, all to get a photo on the roof because we're in Europa, and all I could think about was riding one of my mates in Europa for we did a photo, bro. You know, and it was like probably not suitable for the wedding, but yeah, that's put that in my mind. Excellent. And I mean, that's definitely an American director or an American producer, Canadian, has come in and gone, hey, hey, dear dude, we're on top of the Europa. We should do some writing, you know? And he's sort of like, all right. Like, because who would let an informant in their eye on the roof to ride? I know. This is like a Beatles song, you know? I'm all right in the roof and ride.
Oh, fucking hell. It is...
That was good.
Yeah. What other kind of examples of Troubles movies would you count? Things like In the Name of the Father?
Yeah, and I suppose The Wind That Shook the Barley is considered like precursors to the Troubles, isn't it? Like
I mean, like, kind of in a larger scale Irish history, kind of Michael Collins as well.
But, great boxer. But it was like, I think, I always hate slating things because creation is so subjective.
Yeah.
And fair play to anyone that gets anything made, right? But, and again, one of my favourite people in comedy and in the world is Tim McGarry, and he was in this film, A Belfast Story.
Oh, man. Was Colin or Colin?
Colin Meaney?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is where you get lulled into the false sense of security. When Colin Meaney's in it, you're normally going to see a decent film.
Yeah.
But this was, like, I think watching this from start to finish, I just went, excuse me?
I liked it.
You did? What did you like about it, other than Tim being dramatically shot?
Tim.
I actually think I think I sent him a gif of that. I was watching it one day and recorded it and made it into a gif.
Excellent.
And he was just made a joke about dying on stage, which was funny. He goes, I think that's like me in the Empire or something. You know, it was a funny wee quip. But I brought it up with him recently, and he's like, I'd rather not.
Oh, for real?
That's like, all right. But no, maybe we'll get him on
it.
and do a watch along.
Oh, man, that would be fucking class.
But I tell you what beat me in it, right? And again, this is a spoiler alert if you haven't watched, I don't know, like 2008.
Yeah, it's
an old one. But it started the whole thing where people, like, they set to promote it, they sent like pipe bombs to like the Belfast Telegraph with, like, in the pipe bomb was like, you know, rolled up brief of the story and all. It's like a wee pack. Yeah, and they thought they had the phone of PSNI and they're like, no, it's just promotion for the film.
Holy shit.
And I was like, so fucking stupid. And then they watched it and they're like, it's fucking stupid. But I didn't like how they portrayed the paramilitaries as like serial killers or like Michael Myers type characters. And do you remember the scene in the chip shop where the paramilitaries snuck behind the counter and put poison onto the chips, and somehow people didn't see a guy in full gear, the thing like sneaking in like the fucking Pink Panther, and then they wrapped and you know how many chips are on the go in a busy chip shop. How do they know they're the right one? They wrapped it up, gave this guy, he goes outside, eats a chip, dies. I was like, that's too far for me.
I don't remember that at all. I'm definitely going to rewatch it now.
You have to like, it's one of those ones, you know, on Amazon you have to buy stuff and you have to have it.
No.
And it's one of my bought films. Like, all my stuff that's bought is kids stuff, bar Belfast Story and the new version of Halloween. So if my kids go into that, they're either watching Bluey or they're shitting themselves forever. But
I'm beefing with Amazon at the minute.
Oh really? Like,
yeah,
you
me
versus
and
Bezos,
the next comedian's boxing.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I'm calling him out.
What has happened?
Now, I would like to state for legal reasons, Amazon have done nothing wrong here. It's all my fault.
Or I was going to say Jeff Bezos. You may as well.
I'm annoyed about it. Just that's it. So I had an Amazon account, and when I was living in Belfast, I had everything set up for that address, and I haven't changed it since I've moved out. So everything I've ordered...
Hold on. Your fault?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
100%. Yeah. Everything that I've ordered since has gone there. And I only found this out around Christmas time because I was like, I ordered a bunch of stuff off Amazon. It said it'd been delivered. It hadn't been delivered. And then I checked, oh, shit, it's to my old apartment. So on a wing and a prayer, I went to my old apartment and knocked on the door.
Yeah.
And just go like, hey, I used to live here. And I was like, did any of my stuff like turn up here? And they were like, no, nothing's turned up.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt bad because I was kind of like looking over their shoulder just to see if they had a Kenwood smoothie maker that I had ordered.
And that they probly do.
Yeah, they probably do. They 100% do.
Who are the people in your apartment? Like, who are these new people? How do you describe them?
I don't want to say anything.
Foreign nationals.
They're coming in here to our old apartments.
Stealing my smoothie maker. But yeah, that is something that that is entirely your own fault.
100%.
However, what have you ordered? Like, do you have a list of things that you've got that's gone there?
Do you want me to?
I want to know. I want to know what's gone here. I need to know what these people are getting.
Right. So
Because you know what? And I am pretty sure, like an old coach of mine, we were away on a trip and I lost a watch. Like we were wearing this watch, and the next day I was like, I put it in the lost property and it wasn't there, or like I put it in the, you know, the valuables and it wasn't there. I went to get it back, and the next day he was wearing it at breakfast, and I was like, that's my watch, and he was like, no, it isn't. And I was like, no, it fully is. And he just, there's nothing I could have done about it, you know. Bullshit.
I got the Amazon app
Okay.
up, but it's not loading because I'm on E instead of 4G.
Oh no, I was
so
going to say it's instead of just Coke for a change. Yeah. Do you want to try to get onto the old on the Wi-Fi? I might.
oh yeah,
Be
yeah.
able to.
Oh no, I got 4G there.
Oh, he's got the G. Oh, he's got the G, mate.
I hope there's nothing that I've forgotten that I've ordered off Amazon that I'm going to be embarrassed
Oh,
about.
well,
but
I look forward to. I'll go through my last Amazon orders just for a bit of crack, just to see what we order. Jordy,
You ready
you're
for this?
Amazon. I'm ready. You're up. You're at it. You're on Amazon. Mm-hmm. Right.
I've had a brief look through these, and I don't know if I should tell.
You're gonna
people
have
this.
to.
Yeah,
You-
I know.
you
I've committed.
can't-
I've
you can't
committed.
tease people. How many things for start have gone to this apartment?
So probably the last, I'd say maybe 8 things.
Fuck. Like, would you not after one or two notice?
No, I didn't notice until the 8th thing was ordered.
Right, okay.
Because it was for a Christmas present that didn't turn up.
Right. Okay.
So,
So tell me. So when does this? What's this period cover?
So what? Like since I moved out of the apartment, so
Yeah.
about maybe say a year and a half, 2 years.
So, have you not got anything from Amazon in that period? And did you not go? Fuck, is
No,
this-"
I tried to get a refund and they said it was delivered, so they couldn't give a refund.
Because I ordered ballpoint pen replacements and they came like a day late, and I was straight on them. Where are these? And he's like, sorry, we're delayed in shipping. I'm aware, you know, and you're like 8 things. So what are some of these things?
Okay, so the Kenwood smoothie maker was
the
a
smoothie
genuine
maker,
thing.
which you know what I'm gonna.
It was a
think-
present for my mum for Christmas.
But I would think if it was me and I got delivered this, would I keep it or not? So yes.
Okay.
I would keep that.
So the next one was a present for my brother. It was.
I'm just going to say the smoothie maker as well. Like foreign nationals are known to love smoothies. and
Yeah,
fruits
yeah,
and
the
stuff,
blended
They love
fruits.
to blend fruit up, and yeah, so they would definitely keep that. Those guys.
I would laugh if he was actually just from like Dungannon or something like
Yeah.
that, and I just assumed that he was, I don't know.
Yeah, just because he's been
Czech
out.
or something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, so it's yeah, I get what they are. They're Eastern Europeans. Huh. Wow.
So Adidas men's Manchester United 3rd jersey I got for my brother.
The season's one.
No. This was it's like an older one. It's like with the statue thing, the grey one.
Yes.
So I got that for my brother. Didn't come.
Fucking yeah. I bet you Wojciech opened the door wearing the full Man United kit, just drinking a smoothie. Like, all right, mate. No, we don't have any of your stuff. I don't know what's happened to this.
We have a bottle opener, a long neck bottle opener.
Is it in the shape of a penis?
No.
just
It's just
a
a regular bottle
opener,
opener. A Montana Black spray cans, pocket size cans.
Well, it's for spray paint.
Spray paint. Yeah, I wanted to get into spray painting.
Right. Okay.
Got
Random.
a bunch of stencils as well. Berkeley power bait honey worms. I got into fishing since I've been down in Wicklow, so there's that. A Groove E retro series shoebox style cassette recorder.
Okay, so that's pretty niche.
Yeah, and it was only like 17 quid, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
So, Bundaberg rum and there's a couple of books there. Carl Panzram, you know him?
No.
Famous like killer person.
And
And then,
I thought that was the type of cheese you put in Indian food. Yeah.
and then a canvas of a art piece called "The Garden of Earthly Delights" by Hieronymus Bosch.
Is that like sexual?
No. It was, and I think I don't know if this is since then, but I ordered a T-shirt, a Kasabian T-shirt of Vlad the Impaler, but I kind of remember having that, but I think I donated it, so that might be a while back. And yeah, that was it. So
All
nothing
done?
too.
No,
I didn't leave anything out there.
Some of them
so.
are fun, like, you know.
Oh, yeah, but-
Like your Amazon orders are much more fun than what my recent ones have been. I ordered glow sticks
Okay, that's cool.
for my kids. Yeah, for me.
Going Raven.
Because my kids believe that if they're good girls, there's a fairy that sneaks into the room at night, which not entirely fake because it's me, and delivers glow sticks under their pillow as a reward for being good girls. I also ordered a Moleskine weekly planner, which is a diary
very
for
cool.
next
Yeah, very
year,
cool.
because I'm an old school guy and I like to keep a hard diary of
Yeah,
everything.
so I'm the exact same.
I got Catherine a T-shirt that do you remember in Big Brother when
Never seen
David
Big Brother
Bowie,
whatsoever.
Did you ever see about when David
Yeah,
Bowie died?
David Bowie died,
And they
yeah.
thought David
David's
Guest died.
dead, yeah.
I got her David's
Classic.
Dead T-shirt. Some hydration tablets, my ballpoint pen refills, Stickman, the animation for Amazon Prime, more glow sticks, goldfish food, and
Do you have goldfish?
I have a fancy goldfish, yeah,
Good. That would be
and
weird
wood
if you
filler,
didn't.
which is pretty fun.
I would love if you ended just with like the weirdest thing possible.
I mean, there's nothing to. You know what's
yeah,
here?
nothing too weird.
The actual table that's right there. So there you go. Wow, have that.
Look at that.
Yeah, so there you go. So
Well,
I
behind
think
the
what I've
scenes.
just found out there is that I'm a boring dude.
Yeah.
And you have much more interest in purchases. than
No, I'm just more impulsive when it comes to not spending money.
Yeah, like I used to be terrible with that to the point that like it was definitely a COVID thing. Like I was
Oh yeah.
balls
Those ukuleles
deep
and
in
shit
Amazon.
like that.
Oh
yeah.
man, I absolutely fucking loved it. Like I got into like during COVID, the morning I would make like brain coffee. You know, like a special coffee that you're supposed to put like fats and all
Yeah,
into.
there's
and
like
really,
a sea moss or something.
yeah,
like that,
and I was
yeah.
getting that, and I was putting it into the wee percolator. I was making it all, and just drinking it black and everything, and having a great time. And that was every morning. I had to buy a specific cup to go with it. Le Creuset, of course,
Oh.
got that. But then someone else used it that wasn't me, and I couldn't use it ever again. I got a bit weird about stuff like that. You know, when people start using my stuff, and I'm like, I'm afraid that's
Yeah,
it's
you might as well smash it in front of
yeah,
my face now.
it's entirely ruined now. And like Catherine be like, that's mental of you, and I'm like, well, it was mine, and now it's been tainted, so can't do it anymore. Like my old favorite mug used to be a golden retriever one,
Oh, nice.
but then my mum came around one day and used it, and I was like, well, that's not yours to use, so I can't use that anymore. So now I just use the Donald Trump one, and no one else will touch the Donald Trump one because the Donald Trump one. But yeah, so it's my favorite mug now, which is the case. But COVID, that was my entertainment.
Oh, yeah,
Amazon, getting
100%.
stuff coming through.
The amount
building
of like
things.
musical instruments that I bought during COVID that I never picked up since.
What were some of
Crazy.
them?
Ukulele.
Well, what is a ukulele?
It's like the wee
is it a
4-string kind of
guitar?
like mini guitar. You remember that Hawaiian guy that sang?
Oh, Big
somewhere?
Is?
Yeah, somewhere.
Israel, something.
Yeah.
He was a big unit.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Died young. Who would have
Yeah.
thought it?
But he had a beautiful voice
Oh,
for
he
a man
really
that
did.
size.
Yeah, fucking. I was about to say mouth of an angel.
I mean, that sounds like something entirely different. Like, what is a heavenly mouth? you
Mouth
know?
of an angel. Jesus fucking.
The voice of an angel.
Ah, there we
Yeah.
go. That's the one.
And the mouth of a devil. That's what you really want, you know?
Oh, fucking hell. But yeah, and then.
Harmonica.
No, that was one of the things I didn't buy. But I graduated to an acoustic guitar, and genuinely, this is all during lockdown. I was like, right, I'm just like leveling up the fucking instruments I'm getting.
How do you get an acoustic guitar delivered?
Yeah, genuinely, you just get it delivered
Like fully?
Yeah, fully.
Yeah, wow. Wow.
It's not
I
flat
think you could
pack.
build it up. Yeah, flat pack acoustic guitar. It's like, oh, that's mad.
But yeah, so I really, I don't miss that.
And did you have like a desire to play guitar?
Yeah, no, I was getting lessons during COVID, where I would pay someone to like we would Zoom and.
Oh, you got spoofed, mate.
Oh.
You got absolutely spoofed.
But no, like, cause they were teaching me how to play guitar, and I was like trying to like play the notes and stuff like that, and they were like, "Yeah, it sounds good." Probably didn't.
Yeah,
They
a fool
they
of
were
his
like,
money is easily parted,
Nah,
Jordan.
tell me
which
about
we've
it.
learned about this Amazon experience. Bloody hell.
Oh yeah, that's my Amazon story.
No, I enrolled in a couple of courses, you know,
Oh, yeah?
like, and then just didn't do them. I was like, fuck that. I was like, Open University, I'll do that over COVID. And then it's like, oh, I still have kids.
What were you planning on doing in the open?
I can't even remember. I think I was looking at doing some sort of like media thing, like some sort of
Account
Yeah.
financing engineer. That's what I would have
yeah,
gone.
like something like weird shit that it sounded entertaining and interesting, but
Were you scared that the whole like going out and being able to do stand up
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that was gone with COVID?
I don't know. It was obviously very unknown times.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
to me, I felt the whole level of approach to it. Like I didn't understand, and I'm happy to do it because I'm told to do what I'm told. I'm a subservient guy, but I did think it was a little bit extreme.
Mm.
You know, considering nothing happened to what the fear had. You know, predicted.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be dropping like your lungs are gonna cave in,
Yeah.
and you're like, fuck, that's terrible. Whereas now, like, nah, it's kind of sweet.
Yeah.
You know, but I remember the first lockdown, honestly, was like heaven to me. You know, it's just that I wasn't bothered with any work. I only had Holly at the time. She was only wee. I was to be able to spend time with her. I like again, I'm lucky that I had the outdoor space that I had, and I have a nice garden and could go out there and close to the sea. So like our daily walks were great.
Yeah.
I was having a really good time of it, and just having barbecues and drinking cider every day.
Yeah,
And
that does sound.
it was just
pretty
it was
nice.
really nice with no stress. You know, like I had nothing to like. I would be quite stressed all the time about everything. I should be doing this. Oh, whereas when you can't, it's
Yeah,
like, it's just chill.
Yeah, that's taken out of your kind of
Yeah.
like remit. Yeah, my cousin tried to. He had a brewery started a couple of years before COVID, and he just started doing pubs in a box.
Yeah.
And sending it out. So my alcohol consumption went way up.
Yeah, and he made a good fortune out of
Oh
that.
man,
Yeah.
it was class too, because they printed out like a pub quiz and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And bar snacks and all the beers you needed. It was fucking class.
See, that's a nice time. Like.
Yeah,
And
it's
what
great.
was your feeling of COVID? Were you stressed by it? Were you okay about it? Did you
I was
enjoy the
freaking
time?
out because I still like I knew the surgery was coming up, the heart surgery, and I was like, right, they're not going to do it during COVID.
Yeah.
And then in the August of that year, still like lockdown had just eased, and I was going in to have the surgery, and I was probably
Yeah.
shitting it because I'm like, I'm like pretty susceptible to like immune diseases now,
Yeah.
and I will especially be after the surgery. So just shitting it, man. But
Yeah, but
all
it'll be
good.
tough, and it's all good now. And
All
like,
good.
what are your sort of lasting memories of the lockdown periods in COVID? Do you look back at them fondly as I do, or do you look back and go, I hated that?
No, my mum found out I smoked. That was a thing.
Right. Okay.
That was a big thing.
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes
Yeah.
and weed as well. Like,
Yeah.
so she found that out, which was.
And how did you take that?
I don't know. See, growing up all through my life, that was the one thing we weren't allowed to do. We could like have beers and stuff like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that. It wasn't a huge deal. But
Crack.
smoking, yeah, crack, ecstasy, like freebasing, the whole thing.
She's not cannabis weed.
She was all cool with that. But no, she found out that I smoked, and because she I during lockdown, my sleeping pattern went out the window. So I was like going to bed at like 6 o'clock in the morning, like routinely. It was just like how it worked out. So
What did you do until 6 o'clock?
like just like watch stuff, played video games, played Batman Arkham,
Asylum.
Arkham Knight. That was my big one. I wanted
Okay.
to 100% complete that in the hardest
Did you?
difficulty. Yeah, of course I did.
The hardest difficulty.
Yeah, and it took me like 4 days. At the rest of lockdown to deal with. But so like I went out at like 4:30 in the morning. I went down at the back to have a smoke,
All right.
and then all I see is this light get turned on like out the front, and just see her looking at me smoking, and I was like, no.
And what did she say? to you?
I've hid this for 3 years, and well, I think I've been hiding it for 3 years, and she just came down and fucking gave me both barrels.
Cross or crying?
Yeah, and a bit of both. Yeah.
And what did you say to her?
I was just like,
Fuck you, won't do what you told me.
players gonna play, you know.
Yeah.
Smokers gonna smoke.
True. Yeah. Winners win.
Yeah, exactly.
Go back to bed, man. It's not for you. And were you open then and about it with
Yeah,
her?
yeah,
Or did
yeah.
you just carry it on? Or
Yeah,
did
no,
you,
I carried it. In fact, I smoked more.
Yeah, and was she all right with it?
No,
or
she
just
was
like still,
no. To this day, like I haven't smoked in.
to this day.
To this day, I haven't smoked in a while, like over 900 days, but.
Oh, you'll relapse.
I'm counting down the seconds till I do. But she's still like a vape, and she's not too keen about that.
No.
Like,
But do you do like fruit flavors?
yeah, pineapple
Yeah.
ice.
Yeah,
is my
so she's
go-to.
like, at least that smells
Yeah,
good.
yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't like what he's doing to his lungs, but the house does
Yeah.
smell like air freshener, so it's all good.
Yeah.
And
that's
did you
cool.
find out she did anything during COVID? Did-
No,
you didn't
imagine,
wanna do it?
imagine I went out for a smoke and she's just like fucking lighting up a crack pipe or something like that.
Just inject herself. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's COVID, brother. You know?
Yeah, it's vaccine.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be talking about COVID today.
No.
That's, the nostalgia's flooding
Yeah,
back there.
but, like-
Belfast story and COVID.
Because then, the monkeypox has hit recently, and everyone's
Yeah,
like,
that's-
talking about
That's
another lockdown. And I'm going, actually, now I don't want it because I was working during COVID, so we basically, no one, you open your computer and nobody would really be in touch all day. So it was great. It was the initial working from home. Like, we never did that before, and I loved it. And then, like, now that my full-time job's being a comedian, it's like, actually, don't cancel it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to sound like a wee bit of an arsehole here, but I'm loving comedy at the minute, like, loving it.
Yeah.
Like, I actually like doing it. Like, there was a period of time, I honestly don't think it's been since I've been full-time, but when I was working, I was, like, going out to gigs some nights going, oh, for fuck, see, can't be arsed with this now.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There are some nights now that I'm like, could I be arsed driving here to do
yeah.
this one? But then you get there and you love it, and you're like, I love this game.
Man, I fucking love the unexpectedly good gigs. There's not, and I'm not saying that I didn't expect to have a good time, but what was it, 2 weeks ago? I was doing RW Comedy Club, and they fucking sold out, and it was packed upstairs in Madden's, doing new material that worked, and you're just like, this is why we play the game.
But you know what? RW Comedy Club, I want to actually just say, I think it is one of the best things to ever get started.
Yeah.
In
It's the only
town.
like it's the only open mic, like properly open
Yeah.
mic, and yeah, it's just.
But it's like it's needed, and
we need a couple more, to be honest.
I know there was times. Shout out to Sean and Kieran, who I think the two of them are still running it now. I don't know if Pete's still there or not, but shout out to those guys for sticking with it in the times where it was slow at the start.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and like it had to bed in, because you know yourself, a lot of comedy clubs set up. They do well maybe the first couple of nights, and then it dwindles and
Oh,
they
yeah.
shut down. So the fact that those guys have kept it up, it's good for acts to be able to, like, I dropped in there on Tuesday to try some new stuff ahead of the work in progress I was doing. And to be fair, I actually text Sean afterwards and like, thanks for letting me come and stink the joint out, because I did. I had a bad time, but sometimes saying the words
Yeah.
figures them out in your head. So for when I did the work in progress the next night, I had amended all the mistakes and made everything a bit better, and it was great. And just to be able to do that's class.
Yeah.
And it's such a great venue too.
Yeah, oh, it's lovely.
know?
It's lovely.
Really
there's
great.
there's a place in Dublin that's kind of like it a wee bit. It's in this bar called Chennai, and
What's
sometimes
it called? The night?
Hysteria.
Hysteria?
Yeah, but they have like they run like 4 or 5 nights a week. That's like a whole umbrella and loads of different shows go underneath it. But I was doing it there. I just dropped in to do like a 10-minute spot. And it's also a music venue as well. So and like it's a nice bar and stuff like that. You go down to the basement, that's where the comedy is. It's lovely, low ceiling, like about maybe like, I don't know, tops about 60 people in
And
or
what's
something
it sort of
that.
like room wise? Is there? Could you compare it to anywhere here, or is it similar setup anywhere?
No, it's not really anything like anything up here. Just in the way it's like proper, like kind of basement dwelling, you know, dark,
Yeah.
like stand-up comedy room. Like
Yeah.
it's lovely, but the only
A lot of
issue
smelly
is
guys down there.
oh yeah, and the there's no air conditioning, and during the fucking summer this year, it got moist. It was not fun, and the only female toilet is in the back of the room, so it's just a constant stream of like people like opening the door. And they run like music gigs upstairs, and they had like a screamo metal band on last time I was
Wow.
doing it, and you could hear the screamo more clearly than you could hear me with the microphone, which, you know, it's not conducive to a good night.
Yeah, but
Which,
it's but
what are you gonna do?
yeah, but it's fun too. Like
Yeah, it has the same kind of vibes as Madden's without that. You
Yeah.
normally hear trad.
Madden's is great. Like and
Yeah.
I'll definitely be there a lot more, I would say, over the next.
It's a fucking
period.
great place to work
Yeah.
out new bits or just
Yeah.
concepts and stuff like that.
But it's I just love it. I'm glad it's Now I do want to say I don't think I've ever had what you call a good one in there.
Oh yeah,
But I know, you know, when you know,
yeah,
you have to just figure it out. And
Yeah.
it's good. And like, yeah, big shout out to Sean and Kieran, because it is class. And yeah, it'd be like, I suppose it'd probably be up there, one of my favorite clubs. And like obviously Lavery's, I'd have to say, is my favorite of all. Like it's because it's like it feels like your home
yeah.
club, but Madden's feels like it's like maybe. Like, is it who's Man City's feeder club? Like, it feels like if Lavery's is Man City, it's like
Melbourne City,
Melbourne
or,
City
or
FC
New
in
York
there.
Red Bulls,
And
or,
then-
or
yeah.
NY New York Football Club.
Yeah, and I just think it's great for the scene. I think, you know, to have
Oh, yeah, you definitely
something
need
on
stuff
every
like
day.
that.
Yeah, especially weekly.
Yeah,
Those gigs are the hardest to run and to keep going.
like on a consistent
And,
basis. Yeah,
And again, the nice thing is you can just drop in, try some stuff, stink the joint out, and then go on and, you know.
exactly.
Yeah.
But you doing that's not going to ruin the night.
Yeah.
I think that's the perfect thing about
Yeah.
it. Like,
But no, I'll be back in there hopefully soon too with some more, trying
Class.
some new stuff. And I like it as a room. I like it as a bar.
I'll definitely be up a
Yeah.
lot more now that I'm coming up north in September. So
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to having you back.
yeah,
'cause
I'm buzzing.
It's weird. It's weird when your people are away, because like, see, we're doing this. Obviously, you haven't been here since it's the new setup. But it's weird because it's like same with the Rat.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know where they're going to be to
Yeah.
get to do stuff. So even like now, if you're up, drop me like you did. Drop me a text, and then we can know what's up.
Yes.
And then tell the cross border rat too if she's around to do that as well. But it's been great. And what are you up to then now? What's the crack? Do you have any shows coming up? Do you have anything you're working on?
Yeah, I've got a bunch. Like nothing like a solo show or anything like that. Because after doing a couple, I've kind of realized that I don't really like it. I don't like the idea of someone's coming to see me for an hour. I'm much more happy. Like this might change in the future and stuff like that. I'm very happy being in that 20-minute kind of spot now. So just like club gigs and stuff like that. That's kind of where I'm happiest. Yeah. Or like doing opening 20 for someone. I fucking love that shit.
And do you have any sort of other like things on your list of stuff you'd maybe like to try in sort of realms?
Anal,
like,
for the first time.
Anal for the first time?
No, I don't know. Definitely like to gig, but I say this every time. Like every New Year, this is my resolution to gig a lot more in terms of different locations. So like in September, like I moved back up here, start college in September, but I'm also away for like a week and a half over to England.
Sorry, England. Yeah. What are you doing there?
Stands, yeah. So,
nice. What stands are you doing?
Newcastle.
You have to do it in the accents.
This is gonna be Newcastle.
Decent, yeah.
And Glasgow.
Good, you can pass that.
Yeah, I can get to Glasgow. Nice. But no, I'm not doing Edinburgh. Which
tough bastards.
I would have loved. I loved Edinburgh last time I did the stand there. Yeah, it was fucking lovely. Like, and I would love just to gig anywhere that's not Belfast or Dublin.
And I don't know if we have spoken about this or if it feels to me like it's a secret, but there's a group of comedians, isn't there, that has a competition to see if you can gig
all Ireland,
every county in Ireland. What's the latest in that? Who's leading? Is that still ongoing? What's the sort of situation?
So they kind of.
So for those that don't know, explain what it is. It is pretty.
So basically, there's a bunch of comedians that were like, we would gig in like the main counties. So your Galway, Cork, Dublin were like the kind of main ones and stuff like that. And it would be like, I think it would be a cool idea that it's just like ticking off all 32 counties. So
there's only 6.
Move down south, we'll change how you think. And
not gonna. I will never leave Bangor ever.
Yeah, so we were like, fuck it, we'll do 32 counties. So there was like a race to see who could get to 32 quickest.
And has it been achieved?
No, it's fallen flat on its arse. Really.
Oh, well, this is a low key time for you to go like
when I'm moving away from the south.
I'm coming for you, you know.
Well, I've done all 6 counties in Northern Ireland, so I think now that I'm moving back here, I can say I've done it.
Yeah, but like, what was the last involvement in that group? Who has the most?
Luke McGibbon. He has the most.
He's a sneaky wee bugger.
He does. I think he's got like 2 more than me. I'm on like 24 or something like that.
You know what you do? Before you move back, you go low key. Don't mention the group. Just you and Vicky. Off you go. Book wee gigs, do wee spots, and then just
see. That's the thing. The gigs that are the counties that are left to gig in, they don't have gigs, so you have to set up your own night. And I just could not be bothered doing that. Like, but you could just to say that I've done
Rory
it.
Gig's wife, and she could have arguably too many gigs. Like, she's too much gigs. That's such a terrible old reference and gone and put in point.
It's gone way over my head, but I'm just.
But yeah, you know what Ryan Giggs' brother Rory?
Oh yeah.
And he had sex with his sister-in-law.
Hold on, I'll write this down.
Basically, what my joke was that she received the dick of Rory Giggs, her husband, whilst also receiving the dick of Ryan Giggs, therefore receiving too many gigs. There's two. That was probably a news story from 2004 or something. But yeah, my point being, just make something happen. Put a wee spot on.
I don't know.
No, you have to.
I'm contractually obliged now.
Like, because Luke is the sort of guy who would sneakily go and do it.
No, but I'd be very happy if Luke won.
No.
You see?
No.
We're all friends here.
I know, I like Luke a lot. He's a good guy. But I want you to win this. I feel like you don't have enough initiative to go and do it.
Yeah, I think that the want or desire's not there.
But you need to go out. You need to be like freaking Daemon Targaryen. You need to just go out and take it, whether they want it or not. All right. So if anyone doesn't know, where can are you still using the JR Quench tag on anything?
No.
No. Why? We didn't actually get the end of that.
Oh yeah.
It's not the thirsty Jim Ross.
No, it's not. So. Do you remember that old Sprite ad? You know, the soda Sprite?
Oh, I thought my gigs reference was outdated.
Oh, this is the most... as advertising mascots go, this is very niche. They used to have like a character kind of like Shaft, called JD Quench.
Instead of just Shaft.
Yeah.
Why did he not just get called Quench?
Oh, I do have a couple of like old West Ham shirts that my parents used to call me Quench and stuff like that. I insisted that
Yeah.
they called me that. And
Your parents called you Quench? You sound like a drug dealer. Yo, Quench is over here. Let's speak to you. Like, yeah.
yeah.
Quench will see you now.
I have like a 2012 West Ham shirt with Quench on the back.
But Quench does sound like he's a dude from like Senegal or something, doesn't he? Wesley Quench, the right back. You know, it's very believable.
But yeah, so that's where that came from.
Right, okay. So
and
you're
I thought
no
it
longer...
I thought it was the coolest shit. And no, I haven't used it in
So what are you now?
So
If people don't follow you, where can they follow you?
Jordan Robinson Comedy on Instagram. That's
And you're no longer on the run.
Nope.
The threat's been lifted.
back up north.
You're back
yeah.
up. You're
Friends
still,
with everybody.
you still have your kneecaps. You're coming
Both of
back. Both of them. Speaking of that, Cinephile.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the new kneecap film?
I have. Yeah, I love coming to talk about.
Cut. Clip it.
I love coming to this podcast and talking movies. This is my favorite.
Yeah, we do have a
podcast
lot
to
of fun
talk
here
movies.
to chat movies. So you've seen it. I have seen
Yes.
it. It's what was the last film I saw actually.
I seen it in the Avenue in Castlecourt.
Okay.
One of my trips back up north and
Up north.
up north.
One of my trips up north,
Bastard.
I travelled with the bastards to watch the kneecap movie with Mowgli Bap and Mochara and DJ Provi, the bastards. What do you think? If you were to review it, straight up review it to me, right? I want to read your review of the kneecap film. You tell it to me.
I enjoyed it because it was the first time I have ever seen a movie where I'm in it. And
Here we go.
There we go.
Oh, why did you not tell me you're a fellow actor? We would have just discussed the art of acting the whole way through, and we could have like
they cut one of my
shared-
scenes.
They cut them.
Yeah, that I was kind of annoyed about because it took a little bit of method acting from me.
Okay, so what was your character? Give us a wee breakdown of what the character was. Who?
Guy at urinal.
Oh well, if it was
This
a
is
guy-
the scene that was cut.
Did you have to have your fucking
No, so it was.
your cock and balls out?
I had to pretend to be pissing, shake, zip up, and walk away, and they cut that scene.
Did you potentially do so many takes that you can't? They keep on shaking.
It's the zip, man. I can't help it. It's the vibrations.
And where was the scene? Like for anyone in the movie, was it part of the big scene at the end? Was it, or were you just in?
I have no idea. It was completely shot.
So you didn't
like
see
a
yourself
weird
at all?
sequence. No, I did.
Yeah.
So all the gigs, the ramp up, so the smaller gigs to the biggest
Rory
gig.
and Ryan? No.
I was in all them.
Oh, so were you even in like the wee social club gigs
Yeah.
and all at the start?
Yeah.
Nice. If I'd have known that, I'd have kept an eye out for you.
Yeah, but when they do the kind of bigger one, and I think they're playing, I can't remember what song that they were playing, but it was in the Belfast Telegraph buildings.
Yes.
And yeah, that was like 2 days there. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
It's cool.
And what was your thoughts on the actual film? So,
The film was fun. I mean, like,
did you say to anybody when you were buying a ticket, "Do I have to pay for this?" Or
felt like saying it, but like Vicky's family made a like big deal about me like having my screen debut
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
But is that something that interests you? Would you be keen on trying to be
like
more?
I love doing it. It was really good crack. The other actors were good crack. I got recognized from doing stand up. I love that.
Yeah.
I fucking love that, man. Yeah, it was just good crack. And when it's like downtime and you're not called for a scene or anything like that, you can just sit and play your Switch. It's class.
Nice. And where do you go in between the?
We went into, it was like one of the entrance halls in the Telegraph building, and it was like concrete floors and stuff like that. I had never been so cold in my whole entire life.
You didn't get your own trailer.
No, unfortunately not.
I wouldn't be able to relate. But that's cool, like to do. And
Yeah, it was really
and
cool.
would you like
Really
register
enjoyed
with
it.
anything? Would you register with any like
Oh yeah,
extra work
yeah,
to
yeah.
get-
It
to
was
get more
with
stuff?
it was with an agency.
Nice,
So.
because that is good fun. And again, like the acting scene, like I mean, I don't have a lot going at the minute, but you know, it's nice to be doing auditions and
Yeah.
knowing that there's potential to do that. And
Yeah.
Like I
really
love
cool.
it as well. See, when you see a movie, it's filmed here or involving people here, you love to just see the opportunities people get.
Yeah.
And like you love to see your friends in stuff or doing things. It's really fun to
Yeah, it's not
to
even
see it.
in
And
front of the camera; it's behind the camera
Yeah.
as well.
Oh,
Because
it's-
like everyone I was talking to was from Belfast,
Yeah.
which was really fucking nice to see.
Yeah, no, and it was a fun. I think it'll do well. I think it like if I'm giving a total honest review, it got a little bit farcical in parts.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
like
yeah.
the bit that I was like, no, for fuck's sake, was whenever the bit at the Telegraph building, but when they ran backstage and for some reason riot police were there,
Yeah.
it's like, why would they do that?
Yeah,
You know, it's so
exactly.
weird.
They're
you
just
know?
standing on standby the whole
Yeah,
time.
it's the whole time fully geared up, ready to go.
Well, that's what happens when they're just ready for another Hardwell.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? That's a
Oh,
blast from the past.
Hardwell, the drug guy with all the children.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hardwell's like the worst, like Pied Piper. He's like the Pied Piper of Crumlin. You know, he's just fucking eating people out and sending them into the lag. And Hardwell's an awful bastard. And it's Hardwell. Like I'd never heard of
Is he a
Hardwell.
DJ or something like that?
Yeah, but I'd never heard of him pre the drug incident or post.
No,
You know,
he's a psyop.
so you're in that. Do you have any other things coming up like that? Are you looking into any other things at the moment?
No, I'm very happy if anything comes up, but like I'm not
Yeah.
actively looking. You know, it was handy because it's a little bit of money as well, and it's good crack, good vibes.
Yes, nice. Like, I see
Seize the
whenever
day.
you do. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I was in the second series of Blue Lights.
No,
I
you
don't
haven't
know if I've
mentioned-
said that, but I tried to make a joke once for somebody. Someone recognised me from it at a coffee place. Like, oh, you were good and whatever. And then whenever I came to pay, I was like, "Do I get a Blue Light discount?" And they were like, I thought you were. I didn't know you." I was like, "No, that was."
You're having
In fact, take more money off me. That's horrendous. But this has been really fun. It's always great to
I
have
love
you in
it.
the. I always have a great time when you're in the podcast. It's always silly and funny and dopey and great. And it's
Exactly.
great to have you back.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you're coming back. I welcome you back.
No.
You know, I welcome all foreigners. I just want to put out, I know I look a lot like this and I look like the kind of guy that wouldn't, but I welcome everybody and I want everyone to. My only policy in life is don't be a dick.
Okay.
And I will welcome you.
Noted.
You know. And thanks very much. It's been a pleasure.
As always.
Until next time. Au revoir.
I'm the sly guy.